Broken. If you're in aviation, you know it, you've seen it. Now, there's any number of reasons that the vast majority of people who set out to achieve a specific goal in aviation don't. However, I would argue that the number one reason that flight students do not achieve their goals is because of their flight instructor. Flight instructors have a huge responsibility when it comes to flight training aviation. You're responsible for guiding your student, providing them all the information that they need, training them properly, and ensuring they're going to be safe, productive, proficient pilots, right? Flight instructors are not showing their students the proper training materials. Flight instructors are not explaining what the airman certification standards are. Flight instructors are not teaching maneuvers to ACS standards or according to what the airplane flying handbook teaches. Flight instructors aren't prepping their students for more than the test, for what real world flying will throw at you. And not always is it even the flight instructor's fault, because a lot of the time they were taught poorly. In fact, that's where a lot of my passion for flight instructing comes from, is because a lot of my instructors that I had were subpar instructors, and I went into check rides unprepared, or I learned things improperly, or I went to the real world and I don't know how to pick up a clearance on the ground at a towered airport because my instructor never did that with me, or I don't know where to park my plane when I want to go explore a new city, or hey, why are you doing your slow flight at 60 knots? Well, that's what my instructor told me. Flight instructors need to be explaining the reasoning behind what the speed they're doing their slow flight, for instance, is. It should be just above stall, right? Not an arbitrary speed. And all that stuff is laid out in the airman certification standards. It's laid out in the airplane flying handbook, and there's no excuse. Flight instructors should be explaining to their students what the pilot's handbook of aeronautical knowledge is, what the airplane flying handbook is, what the FAR aim is, and what parts of those books are applicable, so it doesn't feel overwhelming as all get out, and we have students who go all the way through commercial without ever reading the airplane flying handbook or the pilot's handbook of aeronautical knowledge. These are some of the things that are just completely unacceptable with the flight training industry and are truly going to be hard to change because it's just so systemic, and people can get through check rides without going through these things because an examiner can't test you on everything when they have 2 hours with you on the ground and 2 hours with you in the air. It's just not realistic. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think.